Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko Shaves. So this is another episode of the travel series. I am still in Taiwan. We are at a mountain resort retreat area called Ali Shan, which translates into Ali Mountain. And we're in a different hotel, obviously. We're not in Taipei anymore. And this hotel provides one-time use plastic razors. And I figured, why not do a little experiment? Is one of those hotel, here, let me open it to at least see what it looks like. All the writing on it is in Chinese. Has a manufacturer date on it. It doesn't really have any English writing on it other than a few numbers. And it says razor on it, that's it. So this one here is really, this is probably as cheap as they will get. It's a 2-blade. I don't know if that comes through. Lighting in here is a little dark. So we have this razor, and I have a can of Barbasol sensitive skin. We're gonna use that, and we're gonna go full vacation. You're in a hotel, you forgot your razor, or maybe the TSA took your razor away because you forgot to take the blade out of your double-edged safety razor. So a mountain resort, we left Taipei, we used the metro, and then Taiwan has a high-speed train system, kind of like the bullet train in Japan or the TGV in France. Germany has the ICE, the ICE. And it's a really fast train, goes like 150 miles an hour. It's an electric drive train system with like overhead wiring for electrical pickup. And the ride was only like an hour and a half or so. They have multiple stations. And then from there we get some rental cars. We drove up into the mountains. I got to drive here. I've never driven in Taiwan at all. I would have probably refused to drive in the city because city traffic is just crazy, pandemonium all day with tons of scooters everywhere. So I would have probably not done that. But here in the mountains, it was just windy mountain roads, and that's pretty similar to where we live in the Sierra Nevada mountains. We have lots of windy roads. So that was kind of like we're driving at home. We drove through fog, we drove in rainfall, and then we got to our little mountain resort. We did get up early this morning at like 3:30 a.m. to go and see the sunrise. There's like a perfect location up here in the mountains. I have some footage of all of this stuff, and I don't know if you guys are really interested in all this travel stuff. I will put a very condensed version of high-speed train and the sunrise this morning and some other footage at the very end of this video. So if you are interested in a little bit of Taiwan traveling, it's going to be at the very end of this video. Just check it out. Today is Tuesday the 27th, at least here in this time zone. So that means it's probably still the 26th in the United States or where else you are in the world. Big time differences. We're leaving Taiwan on the 29th. So I'm assuming this will be the last travel style shaving video. Another hotel room edition, and this time with a 2-bladed, kind of like a Gillette, what is it called? The Trek? The first one? Or the Trek 2 was the 2-bladed, right? And the Trek no number was 1-bladed. I don't remember exactly, but no swivel, no nothing, no flexing. So we're gonna try that. I actually also use a wired microphone right now, so to get the microphone a little closer to my face, because I know there's always lots of background noise in hotels, banging and humming and whatnot, and ventilation running. So let's get started with getting my face wet. Trying not to get tangled here with my microphone cord. I hope it's not making any noises from moving the cord. So face is wet. We're gonna lather up right out of the can, no brush, no nothing, as if we're staying in a cheap hotel and we forgot all our shaving gear. This is a situation that can happen, right? You guys travel? lost your stuff, maybe your luggage was taken or luggage was lost during airfare. That happens too, that has happened to me before. So lathered up. Some people actually use can foam with a brush and then lather it on a little bit, and that seems to be working a little better, and they mix in a little bit of water, but we're doing full on hotel shaving style. Okay, get the hands clean so I can hold onto the razor, and there's a little protector on here. We're going to take that off, get it wet, and let's get started shaving. Alright, we don't need to find an angle, we just put it flat on my skin. It's not super, it's pretty tuggy. That's usually an indication for the blades being really dull. And you probably have to rinse this off like every 5 seconds, because everything that we shave off, I haven't shaved in 2 days. Everything we shave off gets stuck in between the blades. It's already full. Okay. I don't know what the result is going to be. It doesn't feel like it's really removing much. This really feels like a potato peeler, like you're scraping some dull knife over your skin. I remember I had to go to the occupational health clinic to do some annual health screen for my work. It's a company thing. We do that annually, and we have to do a respirator fit test, and for that you can't have any facial hair, and at the time I had a little bit of some facial hair and I thought I'd get away without it, but then Nurse Cindy, she told me, no, you gotta shave that off. She gave me one of those with no shaving cream soap or anything, so I tried to lather up with liquid hand soap in the clinic's bathroom and then shaved with this thing, and I was bleeding out of all the orifices. My respirator after the fact was like covered in blood. So that was my most previous experience with those plastic razors. I gotta say, the one we used, the Gillette Sensor 3 plastic one that we used on the way here to Taiwan, that was actually not bad. And I guess it's a 3-bladed Sensor 3 that they have been making for a long time. And it's definitely a proven concept. And it was really smooth, and the result wasn't bad, and I didn't have any nicks. This one here is more, you know, butter knife. As long as I put on enough shaving foam to have some slickness, we shouldn't be in danger here of seeing Heiko bleed. Alright, so that was pass 1. General consensus of pretty much everyone in the previous shaving video is that you guys all, or most of you at least, clean up your face after a pass, get all the stuff off. Some just rinse it off lightly so the slickness of the previous lather is still there. But most of you guys clean up a little bit in between passes. So that's of course also my preferred way of doing things. Now we're lathering on the sensitive barber sole. It's really not bad. It doesn't have any strong smell. It doesn't burn on my skin, which is always a good sign. And that little can from the travel section at the supermarket, you know, the travel size section, it's probably going to be enough to shave for a week. All right, now we're going to do a cross the grain. I get a comment just recently where, you know, if my skin is too sensitive to do against the grain, I can do cross grain this way and then cross grain that way. And I think that's something we're going to definitely explore. Under the nose. Corner of my mouth. I bet most people that pick up one of those plastic razors, I mean, they were planning on using one of those plastic razors in a hotel room and they didn't even bring proper shaving gear. They would probably do a one pass and be done with it. But not us. No, not us. We're shaving properly, right? Even with primitive means, we're going to go for clean shaven, right? Oh, too much gunk in the blade. We're just sliding around. Doing some blade buffing. Short little interruption. Let's just continue doing cross grain for the perfect shave with this beautiful piece of shaving gear. It's the, what are we gonna call it? It's the Alishan luxury razor. I was shocked, surprised that they actually have a razor because it's really hard to find any kind of shaving gear here. I mean, Asians in principle. I'm not generalizing, I'm not stereotyping or anything, but they do have less facial hair than other ethnicities. That's just a fact. I guess there are in the Asian realm, there are some people groups that have more facial hair, but in general, people I know, and I know a few Chinese gentlemen, they don't have much facial hair. My brother-in-law, on the other hand, he actually has a beard. So what I'm saying already is not really 100% true. But yeah, it's really hard to buy any kind of shaving gear other than cartridge razors. I've checked. I've been in drugstores and cosmetic stores. Oh, let's go that way. A little against the grain or across the grain. Oh, too much goop. There's too much gunk in between the blades. It's stuck. Let's try that again. All right, now we need to do a little inspection and see how far those two passes have brought us. Still pretty rough up here. There's too much stubble still sticking out. And this is all the part of my face that I can really go to town at. Here. Too much. Surprisingly, on my neck section it's acceptable. All right, let's do a quick little rinse. More like a wipe off. Do another quick little pass, and this time we're going to do cross grain the other direction. You guys let me know what you think. Shall we do another airplane shave? I have another 3-bladed one-time use, this time by Chic. So if you want me to shave with a Chic razor inside an airplane bathroom on the way back to the US of A, you guys let me know. All right, hands clean again. Razor clean. All right, now we're going from east. So if this is east-west, then this is west-east. Okay. Gotta get used to that direction. But it's an idea. Corner of my mouth, I always have to kind of go with the corner of my mouth, so instead of trying to shave away from it or shave towards it. I really appreciate your guys' tips and recommendations and you know, little procedural advice. Has helped me a lot. I have a little bit of some irritation here. I think I might have scrubbed it a little too hard with this potato peeler here. Let's not overdo it, okay? All right, down here we're just going to do the good old-fashioned up the hill. That's what my neck section tolerates the most. Even though the upper part to here, the upper part is all growing this direction, I can still shave against it and it's not really getting agitated. But down here it's definitely growing uphill. So if I go uphill, it's pretty happy about that. Gets clogged really fast. Maybe I put too much shaving foam on. Okay, so, you know, from the nose to the ear. Trying to manipulate the angle. That's silly, Heiko. Okay, going along the lip. And then that feels pretty good now. Rubbing over my microphone, that's not good. All right, that was a little confusing to me. That's not second nature yet for sure. But we got a pretty smooth shave out of it. Even though this is, you know, it's pretty good for today. We're still a vacation, you know, no reason to be too clean. Yeah. No nicks, no bleeding. So let's wash that off cold. All right, fresh towel. All right, and I can't survive without any kind of aftershave, so we're cheating a little bit. Got this out. I have that little travel kit with me as well. In real life scenario, staying at a motel, and you just lost all your luggage, you would of course not have that. So you would have to live without any kind of skin care. But we have the luxury of being able to use it. Always a little around my eyes, you know. The anti-aging properties of aftershave balm. You know, the wrinkles. It's getting intense. Alrighty guys, so what's the conclusion of this? In a pinch, with a little can of Barbasol in a really cheap plastic razor, you can shave, you can get a acceptable result. It's not great, it didn't feel great, it didn't slide smoothly, it was kind of like rubbing and grabbing, especially on the first pass, but you can do it. And then you can go to your business meeting and people are not going to look at you funny. So this is pretty acceptable. Like it. And let's not do plastic razors again. We're going to do, if you guys agree, if you want to see that, we're going to do a chic 3-blade one-time use or like disposable razor that I bought before the trip in the US at Walmart. So I bought a Gillette Sensor 3 and I wanted to compare it to the chic version of it. And we can do that in an airplane bathroom. So let's do that, shall we? Alright, you guys give me comments, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me advice, give me product recommendations, razor blades, all the stuff you guys like. Share it with me, I really like that. And as the guys who have already commented, you know that I usually reply, that I usually like and give you a little heart notification that I've seen it. And now right at the end of this video following it, I will put the footage of our trip here, a little bit about the mountain, whatnot, driving in the soup, and the sunrise this morning. That was pretty cool. And I made a time lapse out of it on a tripod. So check it out. Thanks for watching. See you guys. Bye. We are on Taipei main station, a platform for the high-speed rail system. The island of Taiwan has a high-speed train system like the ICE in Germany, the bullet train in Japan, or the DCV in France. And we're gonna go on a ride on one of those high-speed trains. So we'll take you along. It's the platform here. Gotta say, everything in Taiwan is always pretty nice and clean and organized, and people are willing to follow rules, which is pretty refreshing. There it comes.
Here. We're not getting on this.
No, it's not our train, it's just passing. Trains are all electrically driven. There are no diesel engines or any of that kind of stuff. So now we're on a high-speed train system, and I'm at a window just to look outside. Didn't get a window seat, unfortunately. Let me flip So things are flying by into a tunnel again. It's going so fast I can't even show you guys. Yeah, we are going in and out of tunnels. In the tunnels, of course, there's not much to see. Again, that's crazy. Oh, there you go. So stuff is flying past. Ali Shan, which is Ali Mountain, very famous mountain resort area that is famous for its tea production. So you have all those little tea stores where you can do tea tasting. So you just sit around and try all kinds of tea. And they do that in every single business here, everywhere. Also lots of stray dogs, lots of mountains around us. So everything is going uphill. You know how they always say, we had to walk to school barefoot in the snow, uphill both ways. And right in the middle of it is Taiwan coffee beans. So the Taiwanese are catching on with the trend of drinking coffee. So now you find coffee places everywhere. Taiwan is also full of 7-Eleven. So if you need a 7-Eleven coffee, you can buy that there as well. And I just smelled something that smells like apple pie. I'm standing here and I get a whiff of apple pie, so I don't know what people are standing in line for. Unfortunately, I cannot read any of the advertisements, but it's possible that it is some sort of baked good over there. I don't know. Or over there.
Okay, here's Heiko driving a car through a subtropical rainforest that has bamboo forest and banana trees and fog, which lifted just now, but it rained in the rain.
All right, we're still at Ali San. We just did some driving on some really narrow subtropical rainforest roads. We had some fog up here, or let's call it high clouds, that were covering the mountains, so we were driving in dense fog up here, but it just lifted because it started raining. And just wanted to give you guys a little view of Ali San mountain area. This is as I mentioned, very famous for tea production, and if I'm not completely mistaken, these are all tea plants here, tea plantations, so to speak, up there as well. And then in between the natural flora, not fauna. We have seen some monkeys, so they do have monkeys in Taiwan. Monkey encounter at Ali San, Ali Mountain, sitting on a tree and eating some sort of fruit. We're doing another train excursion. It's 4:05 a.m. We're on Ali Mountain and we're gonna go with a sunrise train. We're going to a location where we can watch the sunrise. So this is that choo-choo train with a diesel locomotive. We're on a hiking trail, hiking up to the best view spot for the sunset. The sunrise. It's 4:40 right now. Sunrise is at 5:24 or 5:21.
It's earlier.
And there's lots of people in front of us. We'll see if we're gonna make it. Here's snowman. Yeah, we made it to the viewpoint for the sunrise. Alright, let me show you the sunrise.